I'm going to be sharing how you can generate leads on autopilot in 2025 if you're in the event space. So whether you're an event planner, wedding venue, whatever it is, if you're a service-based business owner, this video is for you. I'm also going to be sharing a new trend that's transforming the way that a lot of wedding pros are finding clients without paying for any ads. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to be experiencing an influx of inquiries to your inbox so that you can spend time focusing on creating the beautiful weddings and events that you do rather than struggling and worrying about where your clients are coming from week after week and month after month. The reason I'm sharing this is because I know so many of you are still feeling invisible online, even after spending money on directories like The Knot and Wedding Wire, or running even Facebook ads, and you're still feeling like you're not seeing the kind of results that you need. Here's the honest truth. You deserve a marketing strategy that works for you, and every business and business owner is different, so what that looks like will be different for you versus the next person. So if you're ready to learn exactly what some of these strategies are and how they can help you in your business, let's dive in. Now, I give this piece of advice to every single person that I know that has a business, and is that you shouldn't wait to focus on lead generation, right? Lead generation should be a part of your strategy from the minute you start your business. And I know it's easy to get caught in the trap of building the business, and you really want to focus on the fun and pretty stuff, doing the logo and choosing your colors and your fonts and all that kind of good, pretty stuff. And then we turn our mind to lead generation once our business is set up and we realize, oh, we have no clients and we have no revenue. Generation obviously is important, but it's one of the most important pieces of running your business because it's where your revenue ultimately comes from, and that's where you make your profit. So here's the thing. When you set up your lead generation system, often you want to ensure that it's a sustainable system. What that means is that you want to ensure that at any given time, you have a system that's working, even if you're not involved in it. Now, a lot of business owners don't do this in the beginning because what they do is they spend a lot of time building the business and they move into finding clients. Then as they find clients, they move into working with the clients. And then they don't turn their mind again to finding clients until they've wrapped up their events and they realize, oh, I don't have another event coming up. Then they go back to the client finding side. And you can't really do that if you want to create a sustainable and profitable business. To do that, you need to have your lead system set up in such a way that your leads are coming in and growing with you, even when you have clients settled in, when you don't have clients settled in. It should always be on. And that's what I'm going to show you in this video, is how to really set up those sustainable systems that repeat for you over and over again, even if you're not spending money on paid directories or ads. Now, I'm going to touch on a couple different things that you can focus on in 2025 to help you set up and maintain a sustainable lead system. And I'm going to dive right in. I won't be gatekeeping anymore. So here's the first one. It's Google Business Listing and any third-party directories that are free. Now, the reason I say this, and I'm going to break it down for you, is because the difference between free and paid directory always comes down to your return on investment. And I'm going to speak to that shortly. But let's start with Google Business Profile. So Google Business Profile is a free business listing offered by Google that you can use to more or less list your business information so that when customers are searching locally, they can find businesses like yours. Because we all know that Google is basically a matchmaker, right? They're in the matchmaking business. And when you set up your business, all Google does is try to find a match between a customer who is on the platform searching for a business like yours and a business that on the platform that has information that this customer is looking for. It puts it together, bada bing, bada boom, the match is made. Right? So your job as a business owner is just to make sure that your information is available. So when that potential client is looking for a business like yours, you're there and available for the match. And Google Business Profile allows you to do this for free. Now, if you don't have a Google Business Profile, please, after this video, go and set it up. It is a free listing and you can show up on page 1 at the top of a search without paying a dime. This is not a trick. This is not a hack. It's a completely free directory. Now, here's the other thing. Google Business Profile also links you on the map. Now, I don't know about you, if you've ever gone to Google and done the searches, you'll notice often when you're searching for a service, any kind of service-based business, they will pop the map results at the top of the page. And it will show you the businesses that match your search but are also closer to your location. That's a Google Business Profile and that's a free listing. So that's what you're missing out on if you don't have a profile. Now, if you do have a profile, you might be watching this video and thinking, Jody, I already did that. I have the profile and nothing is happening. Well, that means your profile is not optimized, or at least it's not optimized in a way that's matching what your potential clients are looking for. You need to go through your profile and optimize it. Pay attention to your name and all your contact information. Ensure that it's accurate and that it's actually the same across all your platforms, because Google does check. And one of the things you'll notice, I've actually seen clients who've gotten blocked for this, is they have a variation on their name in different directories and different profiles or on their website. And Google doesn't do that match correctly and think that their business is not actually what they say it is. The other thing you want to pay attention to is the category that you've listed your service in. If you are a wedding planner, please choose the wedding planning or wedding planner category for your business. And by the way, I'm also going to link a course I have. It's a very short workshop that walks you through how to set up and optimize your Google business profile to ensure that you can get to the first page of your searches. The other thing you need to focus on is the content. A lot of time when I meet business owners who are not ranking on with their Google business profile, they don't complete the profile description. They don't have really good photos. Even sometimes I've had someone say to me, well, Jody, I don't want to use my best photos on the Google business profile because I use those on my website. No, no, no. Guys, get it together. If you have your best images, put them on the Google business profile in addition to your website, because someone who's searching your business or your business name might come to your profile before they get to your website if you have an active listing. So please put your best work on every single platform that you're listed on, not just Google business profile. The other thing you need to pay attention to is, are you including your services? Are you listing your service area if you don't have a physical location? Are you collecting reviews? If you're collecting reviews, are you also responding to those reviews? These are all the key things that helps your profile to rank, because they help you to match exactly what a potential customer might be searching for. So if you're missing any of these P's, my biggest advice is to take the time and just go and review and optimize it today, right? It's so quick, it's so easy, and you will see a large result from it when done correctly. Now, here's the other piece I'm going to touch on is the third-party directories. Now, third-party directories are any third-party places where you list your website, like The Knot, Wedding Wire, Zola, Eventective, Party Slate, all Barks, Thumbtack, all those different places. There's so many of them. And I'm going to link my list down below where I have a list of free directories that I recommend, as well as I provide a guide on some of the best ways that you can use these directories to rank. A lot of people will go for the paid directories because they think the leads there will be better and they will see, they'll see a higher ROI, like a return on investment. Because if you're paying to list your business and you're paying to get seen, obviously that's a better way to get clients. Now, that's not the case, because a lot of times when I meet people who are struggling to find leads, they'll say to me, is The Knot worth it? Is Wedding Wire worth it? And my thing is, if you're asking that question, that already means you're not seeing the results that you need to, right? So if you're on those platforms, downgrade to the free listing. That's my honest advice. Downgrade to the free listing if you're not seeing the results. These platforms are not very transparent in how they rank, and sometimes they'll change your ranking based on your package, or if you switch your package 1 month, they'll hide your reviews. There's just not a lot of transparency in their process. For that reason, I do recommend the free directories, and here's why. Free directories, or the pay-per-lead directories, right, such as Eventective or Barks, what they do is they show you the leads no matter what. You'll see the leads, you'll see where they are, you'll see the type of service they're looking for. The only difference is that you have to pay to access those clients. This is why I like these platforms, because you are more in control of if you want to participate or not. You can choose, okay, this lead looks like someone I might want to work with, or it looks like the type of request or service that I would like to perform. Whereas on the paid directories like The Knot and Wedding Wire, you don't get that option. You basically pay your fee and then you get whatever lead messages you. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean you're automatically going to find a ton of clients on these directories. The other principles I explained earlier for Google Business Listing still applies. You do need to optimize your profile so that when someone comes to those platforms and they're searching, you're more likely to get found. You also need to ensure that your images are amazing. Use your best images, because when someone's doing a search and they're looking at a sea of search results, you want to ensure that your listing is standing out. And you don't want to stand out just because you have a lower price, by the way, ding ding. You want to stand out because you have a really well done description that speaks to them, or you have really good images and you have really amazing reviews that's listed and visible. As I said, I'm linking my guide below that walks you through all of this, because that guide is a little bit more detailed on exactly the type of things you can improve on and how to. I also include templates such as how to respond to leads that you get on these platforms, or how to set up auto responses if you're getting a ton of leads from these platforms. So definitely check that out. out. This one's a big one that I'm going to leave you with is that your response time on some of these platforms will impact your ranking. Let's not forget that. So I met people so many times who they have the listing, but they set the listing up and they rarely check it. If you're not active and responding to people on the platform, especially if they're sending you a direct inquiry, your response time is sometimes reflected on the listing, depending on the platform. For example, I know Eventective for sure shows your response time. And the faster you respond to clients, the higher they'll rank you. And the higher you're ranking on some of these platforms, some of them, it will impact your Google ranking. So a lot of these stuff are all tied in. So just be on top of your business, right? You're running a business. I know it takes a lot. There's so many pieces going, but it's important to just stay on top of things, especially when it's tied to your revenue and your leads. The next thing I'm going to touch on is video marketing. Now, if you're someone who's like, yeah, no, video is not for me, that's okay. Jump to the next step. I still have several of them for you. But here's the thing. We're in the time right now where there's so many video platforms and a lot of people are using them when they're doing their searches. So there are couples that you might be looking to serve who are using the video platforms to find their vendors. And the video platforms out there, there's so many. There's YouTube, which is where you're watching me right now. There's TikTok, or if you're watching a clip of this, it might be on Instagram. There's so many of them and your potential clients are actively using them. So here's how you can also use that. Now, if you do feel comfortable and you're like, you know what, Jody, I'm in it to win it because the thing I want to do is to get more clients into my business, then here's some tips for you. People are searching because they have specific questions. If you're a wedding planner, they might be searching because they're looking for inspiration, or they might be at the point where they've already decided, I'm inspired enough, but now I need to kind of understand who I choose. So they might be looking for tips and to get to know you and see behind your business and build some trust with you. So here you can take the time to create content that is targeting all these different mindset for your clients. So you can share your inspirational content. So your past weddings, share clips from all of your past events, share those beautiful videos that the videographer sent to you that's just sitting in a folder somewhere on your computer. Clip them and share them all across these platforms. The other thing you can do is you can do a bit of education. If you find there are so many questions that potential clients who meet you and maybe do a consultation call has, and these are the kind of conversation you wish you could just get them on the phone to have, because if I have this person on the phone in front of me and I talk to them about this, or I can help reassure them about this, I know that I can convert them. Those are perfect educational topics for when you do videos. So go through your list of frequently asked questions. Think about the struggles that your clients might be having. Maybe they're thinking about how they can revamp a venue or the best place that they can spend their money when they're doing their planning, and how to really plan out their budget so that they're using it in the best way. Then maybe those are the type of content you need to be created. And you guys, you don't need to be doing a full-length video like this one. You can do short videos, reels and shorts on all these platforms, especially like on TikTok, that will speak to your client, but will also give them opportunity to get to know you and highlight a challenge and how you can help. The other thing you can share is you can share your client testimonials and reviews. If you've worked with people who love your work, just imagine being able to share that with someone else so they feel comfortable that, yeah, this person is probably going to do a good job. So let me reach out and see what their service is about. Also share about your services. What do you offer? What do you do? How do you help me? Not everyone will know this just because they see a clip of a video or a wedding that you posted. Sometimes people need to be reminded. I'm not just posting this for likes and pretty stuff. I'm posting this because I want you to know we're a reputable business and we can create this exact thing or even better for your event. Go ahead and just think through your content. By the way, guys, ChatGPT and other AI programs are great for this because I know a lot of people get stuck in the creation process. Go to ChatGPT and just ask it. I am a wedding planner. I work in this space. This is what I do. Here are the clients I'm trying to target. Here's what I think their mindset is at different stages. What are the type of content I create? Give me some ideas and just go through the list and refine that to meet the type of clients you need to target. The third, and this is one of my favorite, is your organic marketing and your website SEO. Now, this one, I'm going to be completely honest, is not the type of lead generation strategy that will work in one day, because it doesn't take a day to get your website up and active and to do SEO. This is more of a longer term strategy, but I wanted to pluck it in there, and I'm going to pluck it right in the middle of the tips, just so if you're currently not doing this, you can turn your mind to how this can help. So here's the thing, having a website for your business is great. This is a great first step. I'm glad that you have it. Kudos to you. But if you're not getting leads through your website, it means that your website is probably not optimized and it's not ranking, and your SEO needs to be improved. Here's the thing I want you to do. There are so many free tools out there you can use. I highly recommend starting with a tool like Ubersuggest, just because I love the interface and it's very simple. Right now, I use Ubersuggest and I suggest it to clients, but I use a tool like SEMrush and Ahrefs because we run a marketing agency, right? And we go a little bit deeper for our clients. But for the purpose of this video, Ubersuggest is great. You can pop your website information into Ubersuggest and it will show you what your website ranking is. It will show you the type of keywords you're showing up for, how people are finding you, and you can even add your competitors and see what they're ranking for and maybe some gaps in the type of content you could be creating. Now, here's why this is important. It's important because if you're not ranking, it means the content on your site might not be matching what your potential client is looking for. And I'm not going to go too deep in this because I do have another video that breaks this down even deep, like it goes so deep, guys, and I will link that for you. But here's the gist of it. Your website content should be able to answer a query that someone is putting in a search engine like Google. If it doesn't, your site might not rank well. So what you need to understand is, what are they searching when they come to Google? And this is where a tool like Ubersuggest is helpful, because you can play around and find the keywords, right, that someone who is a potential client, the type of client you want to hire you, could be searching in Google. This is why I'll often say to people, remove the pretty fancy, language that you use on your site that you think is pretty and funky, but doesn't really answer a question. And I often will use the example of your packages. A lot of times people will name their packages and they'll say, the diamond package, the champagne package, the princess package. And the first thing I will say is, please remove those names and put in service names that a potential client would search. And that would be wedding planning packages, the very first one, wedding planning packages. Or maybe if you're local, they might be searching wedding planning packages near me. And if you're in, say, Seattle, they're going to search wedding planning packages Seattle. Now, often when clients are local, they might not put their city, but Google will automatically do the match for them. Move anything like that that's pretty and cutesy and use actual keywords. The other thing you need to look at is, what are the things that someone types when they come to Google and they're trying to hire or research a service, like a service-based business like myself? So when they come to Google, if they're looking for a wedding planner, they might just type in wedding planner near me. But what are some other things are they looking for? Are they typing in, wedding planner for Indian weddings, or wedding planner for African weddings, or wedding planner for Nigerian weddings? Like, what are the terms they're typing in? The more you can understand that, the more you can incorporate those keywords into the content on your site, the more you can customize and really niche down on the type of blogs that you add to your site. And those are the things that will help to build your SEO, at least on the front end. On the back end, it's even more, it goes a little deeper. And that's just things like how you name your page titles, how you name your images. These should all be linked to keywords and they should all be specific towards what someone might be searching. Now, as I said, I have a video that goes even deeper that talks about how to find the best keywords for your business, as well as how to get to page 1 of Google using SEO. So definitely, I want you to check that out. This tip is one of my favorites, and here's the reason. It's personalized email campaign. The reason I love it is because I often will go to different wedding planners or wedding vendor site when they've hired me. And a lot of the time I'll notice everyone will have some kind of sign up sheet, right? Some kind of joiner newsletter, something where you're enrolling. And let me tell you, every time I come to one of these websites, I am the person who will enter my email address and sign up. Often, these email signups aren't linked to anything. The personalized email campaign will help you to better understand and solve this issue. So if you have any kind of sign up or newsletter on your site and you have people who are signing up and actually taking advantage of it, I need you to ensure that you're marketing to those people. It's not okay to just have them sign up and sit there and you're not doing anything with that person and their contact information. The point of an email newsletter or any kind of sign up is to help you to market and generate more leads, right? That's the goal. So here's the thing. If you do have one of these on your site, that's great, right? Or if you have some kind of freebie on your site people can download, amazing. But I need you to ensure that that's not the start and end of that email connection or that email campaign. right? Here's what you need to be doing. You need to be understanding why someone signed up, how you can target them, the things you need to send, and how you can move them from that sign up to getting them on a call with you. Because that's what you need. You want that consultation. You want them to be discussing how they can hire you. Now, if you have the newsletters, I usually recommend removing the newsletters and put in something specific, like a specific freebie download. So look into this if you just have a newsletter sign up, to changing that to a freebie that's very specific and targeted to what someone is struggling with. Here's the other piece. Once they get that freebie or they get onto your list, what's the next step? I want you to think through, what are some things I can send them? Can I send them tips? Can I send them a clip of a past event? Can I send them a client testimonial? I want you to send them at least 3 to 5 emails after that sign up that tries to educate them, make them learn more about you, and basically show that you're an expert that they should be connected with. All through these emails, I need you to also be giving them an opportunity to contact you, to book a consultation, to call you, to do something that connects them with you and get them discussing their event. The other thing too I want you to know, because I know a lot of people miss this, is when you have someone sign up to your list and I see this and I say to them, guys, how long have these people been sitting here and not targeted? They'll be like, yeah, it's been a while and I've never sent them an email. And here's the big piece. Often they won't know when that person's wedding date is. If you don't have a wedding date on your sign up, please add it, especially if your goal is to target them. Because someone who signed, like, let's say you have 5 people signed up 3 months ago, they might be 5 people in different stages of wedding planning. One might be having a wedding in the next month. The others might be having a wedding in the next 12 to 24 months, right? So the type of information you're going to be sending to them might be different. If you're sending me emails 2 months after I've already had my wedding, I'm going to just delete it, or I'm wondering what this is. So it's an important piece of information to also collect. If you have questions, guys, please drop them below. I'm happy to answer them for you. I'll also link my calendar so you can always schedule a call if you'd like to speak to me on the phone. The next thing I want you to focus on for lead generation is organic Pinterest marketing. And while it might not be a place like Instagram where you can go on and see the clients who might be liking your posts and see who's commenting and respond to them in the same way, Pinterest does still offer the opportunity for you to get leads. The thing comes down to how you actually use the platform. Your potential clients, especially when they're in the inspiration phase, they're trying to decide on what they like, the kind of themes, they're trying to just look around and see what's trending. They will be on Pinterest often. They will be sharing. They will be saving all these photos, because I'll meet planners and they'll say, oh, if I meet another client that comes to me with these Pinterest boards that are unrealistic and their budget doesn't actually match what's on the board, I'm going to lose it. So that tells me that your potential clients are using Pinterest. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to make sure that all those beautiful, amazing event and wedding photos that you have that are all saved in a drive somewhere on your computer or on Google Drive, I need you to go and share them on Pinterest. I need you to upload them in the perfect Pinterest pin format. You can use canva.com to figure that out. Upload them. Add detailed description of what's in the image. Where was it? What's the venue? What was the theme? Link all that gorgeous information and then link those images back to your website. That's the first low-hanging fruit that you can do with Pinterest, and I won't take it any deeper than that because I do have a video that goes deeper into this, but that's one of the first and easiest ways that you can use Pinterest. You have the images anyways. Just think about how you can utilize them, repurpose them. Don't let them just sit on a folder on your computer. My other lead generation tip is that you can actually connect and collaborate with more vendors in your space. Now, this is a pretty easy one, but I know not always the easiest to execute. If you're in the wedding industry, you're a wedding planner, let's say, and you're in the space where you're not seeing a lot of leads, go out and network. Sometimes networking is not just to try to find clients, but also to connect with other vendors who might be able to refer clients to you. So go and meet some venues, go and meet florists, caterers, all the different vendors that are in the space that you know you can work with. Interact with them, see who's the best, check them out, review them, right? Just get a feel for who they are, what they do, and how you can kind of connect and collaborate on any projects, whether now or in the future. The thing that I don't want you to do, because a lot of people jump to this, is they they immediately think, well, how can I get this venue to list me as a preferred vendor? And here's the thing, not all relationships need to start that way. You can start with just connecting with someone, collaborating with them on something, seeing how you can work together on a particular project, or just getting to know more about them and their business. And that could just put a little nugget in their mind so that when something comes up or they have a client who maybe at the last minute needs a service that you provide, they can think of you and refer you. It doesn't necessarily need to be a formal preferred vendor list. So let's just start there by building those relationships, because I promise you they will serve you later on. If I tell you how many times I get clients who will say, oh, Jody, I got referred to you because someone else worked with you, or I got referred to you because I went to somebody and she said, oh, I spoke to Jody, I didn't hire her, but I really liked how she walked me through this process and she didn't expect anything from it. She truly just genuinely wanted to share something that she saw was wrong on my site. Right? So those are opportunities as well, and I don't want you to overlook them. Now, one of the things I promised at the beginning of this video is I was going to share a unique opportunity that you can actually employ in 2025 to help increase your lead generation. And it's actually going to be 4. So here are the things. These are more like just tools and recommendations that I find not a lot of people take advantage of, that you should be taking advantage of too if you can. The first is using AI as much as you can in your lead generation processes. I find so many people who get stuck in certain things. Oh, Jody, I don't know how to write an email. I'm not sure how to respond to this lead that came through this third-party directory. I'm not sure, what to say to someone when they are just looking for prices. And because of that, they get stuck on these little things and they let these leads fall through. Use AI to your advantage here. ChatGPT, Jasper, Claude AI, these are really great programs where you can just say to them, here's the message someone sent to me, here's what they're looking for, here's the service I provide, draft a response for me. And you can use that and edit it and create a template in your business. Not knowing how to do something when you have powerful tools like AI is so not an option in 2025. So guys, if you can, please employ as much of it if you can. The same goes for the email personalization campaign that I recommended above. I know a ton of you are going to say, Jody, I'm not a copywriter and I don't know how to write these emails. Guys, this is where ChatGPT and all these other programs come in. The key to using these programs, though, is just to ensure that you're giving it as much information as you can so that it can create really personalized and custom responses that's suitable to your business. And at the end of the day, I still need you to edit these emails or whatever it generates, because the voice of an AI might not reflect your voice. And this is where you can personalize that so it seems like it's definitely coming from or was written by you. The other thing you need to look at is how you can actually niche your services if you need to. If you find every single person in your space is just offering very generic general service and you're getting questions that's specific to a particular thing, niche your package to meet that, because there's so many people who might then be online searching for this specific term rather than the more general package. This could be like micro weddings or small weddings, destination weddings, whatever it needs to be. Just think through some of the questions you get, and if you find they're coming into one bucket, it's okay to niche. I promise you, you're not going to miss out on a ton of people because you will still get the other people coming to you anyways. The other thing you can do is to build your community. I tell people all the time, Facebook is still there. Facebook groups are still there. And often you are not utilizing these groups. So go into these groups if they have your potential clients in there, see what they're asking about, engage with them. And again, don't just drop your information right away, but talk to them and see what it is they're looking for. Look at the type of questions they ask, how you can answer this, and how you can turn this into a lead, right? The other thing you can do is, because I've heard this comment before, people will say, but Jody, I can't find a Facebook groups with my type of clients. Create it. If there's no Facebook groups targeting brides or couples in your area, you can create one. Just imagine if you created the group that's generating the potential clients that you want that's coming in. You basically are sitting there with a group full of leads and you at the center of it as a knowledge provider, being able to answer all their questions and then lead them into a booking. And last, but certainly not least, is localized content. I see too many people who are out here creating content because you watched a video like this one, you watched a webinar, and someone says, oh, go ahead and add blogs to your site. And you go ahead and you do that, but it's a very general blog. Here's the thing, when you're trying to target local clients, make sure that your content is speaking locally. So rather than creating a blog post that says 10 venues that you can use for your wedding, make it 10 venues in Detroit under 5,000, or 10 venues in Detroit that allows you to bring outside catering, or 10 venues in Detroit. The thing is, you need to make it local and specific to your target clients. Now, to make this video actionable, I'm going to do a wrap up, but also give you a kind of checklist of items to do. So here are 4 things I want you to do after watching this video. First, I need you to go and activate or claim your Google Business profile if you don't have one, or if you already have one, I need you to go through and just clean up and optimize your profile. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to actually reach out to 2 to 3 local vendors who would be perfect for collaborating with, and invite them out to like coffee or tea or just to meet with them. Next thing I want you to do is I want you to post one video next week that you can post about your business and the services that you offer. That's it. Now, the 4th thing I want you to do, if you've watched this video and you're like, Jody, I love all your tips, thank you so much, but I don't have the time to implement this, please do schedule a call with me. I link in my calendar down below. It goes directly into my booking and you can set something up. The other thing you can do is I do offer free lead generation audits. So if you're at the place where you're just like, I don't even know if this is working or where I'm showing up or not showing up, drop your business. I will look at your business for you during one of these free audits. All you need to do is complete the form and link your website and the other information I asked for, and you will get a video audit within 7 days. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would love if you could share what your favorite lead generation tip that I dropped was, or if there's anything that maybe you've heard about that you haven't tried yet, that you have a question about, drop that for me. I'm happy to answer it in the comments, but if I find enough people are commenting or liking that particular comment, I'll do also a more detailed video. Now, to get more videos like this week after week, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're a wedding planner or event planner or a wedding venue, whatever, a wedding pro in the space, and you're at the place in your business where you're not seeing the kind of results that you were hoping, maybe you've been at it for a year or 2 and you're really not seeing the results, I want you to reach out to me. Do go ahead and schedule a call and I'll take a look at your business and see if this is something that my lead generation and marketing services can assist you with.